There are morning people and there are night people. Both have their pros and cons. The night owl is more likely to be a good weekend companion in Vegas than the morning riser, but the early bird is far more likely to be a millionaire. Research shows that those that get up early reported feeling more positive emotions compared to the night owls. I myself am up most days between 5 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. I don't set an alarm. It's far more pleasant to wake up naturally instead of that piercing wail of a clock. In order to do this, however, I need to get some sleep around 10:30 at night. I believe that one of the reasons that I'm a success is because of my habits in the morning. I can say that without doubt. No, it isn't just that my clock is wired that way. It's also required skill and talent in other areas as well. Waking up early just to watch more television certainly would not get me anywhere. But that time in the morning has certainly given me a critical window of time that adds to how much I'm able to get done in the day. That time in the morning when most people are sleeping gives me time to really get a lot done without interruption. By the time that 9 a.m. rolls around, I've put in most people's half day of work. I can sometimes be winding down, just getting ready to go to the gym, when those folks are just arriving in the office to pursue their day's headlines and beginning to think about settling down to do some work. This time allows me the time to go to the gym, as I said, really do some reading, which I love to do in the mornings. It also gives me time for other productive elements that keep me on track with my goals on a daily basis. One of the keys to doing this is that I sit down the night before and map out the plan to exactly what I intend to do with my time when I wake up early. This ensures that when I wake up, I can immediately begin driving towards that key goal rather than figuring out what it is that I should be doing with those early morning hours. I do it for the entire day, in fact. You may find that you really appreciate the feeling of being that morning person. When you pass someone else at the wee hours on their way to the office or the gym, you could even find that you feel a sense of being a kindred spirits with the same strives of making their dreams come true. I built a multi-million-dollar business using this method of getting up 1 hour early and making calls to time zones that were hours ahead of me and at work already. You'd be amazed at what a boost of energy that you get kicking off your day by starting out knocking off items on your to-do list. It will give you a head start on everyone else out there like you can't ever begin to imagine. Now, I'm not suggesting that you can't succeed on the same high level if your rhythm is more set to the night time. It is merely that statistical statement that more early risers tend to aggressively tackle their goals and become millionaires. But that same general principle of maximizing time that others waste can also apply to those who work late at night. Many creative artists and musicians famously prefer to work nocturnally and find more inspiration working by moonlight. The same ethos applies to carving out time that others neglect or do nothing with and focus relentlessly on meeting your goals. Success lies in creating a plan, a routine in advance, and then sticking to it. If you'd like to switch your schedule to be able to fit more productivity in, you could be wise to try out an experiment to begin getting up early to get more done. Even if you only try it over the course of a few weeks, it can be a worthwhile experiment to see how your body and mood really adapts to it over time. You should begin by gradually increasing your wake-up time to an earlier hour rather than to begin waking up several hours earlier all at once. Making small and incremental changes over time makes it far more likely that your body will respond positively and you will more quickly accommodate that change. This can be bolstered by refusing to hit your snooze alarm as well. It's a guilty pleasure of too many of us that are guilty of. You really are only hurting yourself by hitting it and sleeping longer. Get in the right habits by moving your alarm further away from your bed so that you actually have to physically go and turn it off, making it less likely that you'll just turn over and head back to sleep. Maybe you want to choose to focus on your love for coffee, if you're a caffeine person, that is. Setting out the coffee pot right on the counter where you can see it will remind you of your favorite beverage when you wake up in the morning and give you a nice sort of jolt right away so that you can begin attacking that day. Well, I don't personally drink coffee, but I know people that do this. The same concept applies to exercise. Not only does exercising in the morning make you more likely to do it, but it also gives you a boost that can help you shake off all of the lingering lethargy from the night's rest. This fits a general trend of integrating some activities into your morning that you enjoy doing so that you won't see it as part of your day or just something that you to be dreading. You can also arrange to your schedule of obligations with other people first thing in the morning, such as appointments to meet friends, to exercise, or staff meetings first thing in the day. This method will make you far less likely to sort of blow off obligations that come early in your day, even if you might be a bit drowsy at the first part and getting used to the new schedule that you've created for yourself. Use that first part of your morning to focus on your number one priority as well. It might mean writing pages of a book, or contemplating a design, or generating ideas for your business. Not only will you be less distracted by other items jockeying for your attention, but you will bring that sense of accomplishment into the rest of your day that you're already knocked off some major goals that you've had for that day or the week. Now, I don't suggest that you neglect sleep. That's obviously a very important part of the relaxation and refueling that we need to ensure to maximize our energy to be tackling our days. But don't sleep your life away and miss out on all of the opportunities that abound to create things of value and help others around you while you build your personal wealth and the litany of experience as well. All of those minutes and hours of life that really add up to make sure that you're adding up to help you get to where you want to be. So what is your morning routine like now? What steps can you take to squeeze in as much productivity and personal satisfaction out of the first moments of that day? What can you do now to make a few changes to make that happen? Post your questions and comments on my Facebook page, and be sure to like the page as well. Register for at my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, for some trainings and inspiration, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, always live rich.